Hi guys, this is Cecily. I am going through and organizing the things I've been gathering for curriculum to use for LV to homeschool with this coming up year. You don't have to buy certain things or use certain programs where I live. You can design your own curriculum. You can even unschool if you want to. So I was going to show y'all some of the things that I'm doing to get ready to homeschool and what I'm using, because I thought maybe y'all need some ideas. Alright, I'll show y'all now. Alright, so here is what I have amassed thus far. All of it is not going to be age appropriate for her next year, but I will have it on hand, and if she gets bored, she can kind of start looking at it. Like this world history, we might reference some, and it says to the present, but obviously this is an older book. I got it from the thrift store, or maybe it was a discard from the library. It was like maybe $1. I actually spent money on this one because she is interested in learning cursive, so I've got her little workbook there to kind of start with. I've got this from the thrift store. It is actually an art book and teaches basics of art, because that's something I think is really important, is for the children to learn art and basics and things like that, and that's not really in school a lot. They usually have maybe a teacher that comes in and shows them once a week for like an hour, and they might do something, but nothing really. These kind of books I think are actually really useful for kids, and I think that's something they need to learn more about. Like fashion, we don't really think of that as being educational, but the concepts they're using actually play into art, design, if they want to be an engineer, things like that. Actually, how things work together, they can actually benefit later on. I've got these at library discards. People of Russia and their food. I also got China, Mexico. It's history, geography, and learning to cook. Books about the environment. I've got things for solar. I've got things for like robotics. I've got science. I've got geography. And I did not spend much on almost any of these books. I got Spanish. Okay, ones I spent money on are these. I've got these from the parent-teacher store. These are bought new. The rest of these are all from thrift stores, yard sale, library discard. Like this one, geography. Like, it looks brand new. It has not been used at all. I really like the way it's laid out too. It lets them draw a map, shows them how to read a map, all kind of things about the world, because you'd be amazed how much my teenagers did not know when they got to their first geography class and almost failed because they knew nothing by the time they got to high school. But yeah. These also, I want to point out, these are summer bridge activities, so this is kind of a curriculum. It's all together: reading, writing, math, science, social studies, fitness. It's got a bit of everything in there, and it's like 15 minutes a day. We use these during the summer. I've used these for all of my kids. You know, I've got the 20-year-old, almost 18, almost 16, and I've did these every year when they were younger. It took them like 3 minutes, because it's only like one serious page. Like, so you got a little math here, you got a little reading over here, got some more math, a little more reading, flashcard, then 10 shoulder shrugs. Like, they're not difficult. It's just to keep them on track between the grades. Something to keep in mind is homeschooling. Part of it is so you can go at your own pace. So maybe you don't do this in the summer, or maybe your kid's going in to 3rd grade, but you think they need to go back and cover these because it's important to you. However you want to do that is fine, but there are tons of ideas for curriculum, and you can design it yourself. Like here I got like an old reading book. Yes, it says Common Core. No, I don't actually have to use it as Common Core. I can just use the stories and vocabulary words, or just let her read it. Just part of the homeschool, unschool section is just having these kind of things available. So if she's like, oh, hey, look, Vikings, that seems interesting. Or, oh, hey, those guys look cool. I saw them on another show. I'm going to read more about them. Having all the things available for them to learn about. And like I said, I am doing more of an organized. I like things in order. These, I got this whole bag, and it came with this too. This whole stack was $2 at the thrift store, okay? I got several. This one's about adjectives, pronouns, capitalization, verbs, quotation marks, like all these little cute books. And they've got just little cute, short, some are stories, some are more work pages. It just depends on what you're looking at. But just having these available I can show her the basics, like simple things, and you can get it cheap. You don't have to spend a ton of money unless you're me and I keep buying random things. But like I said, this was the most expensive. This book was $15. I buy these every year. You can get them. It doesn't have to be this particular like brand, but these are really great, I think. Tech Time Out. All kind of curriculum. Whatever you want to be curriculum can be curriculum. You can also go to, instead if you don't want to do a formal history type class, you can go to all your local state parks and read the history of those, and they also have a lot of history of your state. You can visit around. You can look on YouTube. You can do whatever you want, depending on where you live. Don't forget, you have to make sure it's where you live's directions you have to follow. But this is what we've got so far. If you have any ideas for curriculum or have any questions, let me know, and I'll get back to y'all later. Bye.